Hi guys, it's Tal again from Shine Bright Design, and I'm bringing you a tutorial. Hopefully this tutorial will be released for next Tuesday or Monday for Halloween. So this is my Halloween tutorial. This is from the Halloween coloring book from Jasmine Becket-Griffith, and we are doing, how do I pronounce this, Ossuary, the collector. But we're doing a different approach to it because it's Halloween. I want to put a spin on things. And you know me and how my other tutorials have been. I like to step outside the box sometimes. And today we are going to step outside the box because it's Halloween. And this is my inspiration for today. So this is the makeup tutorial by Desi Perkins. And this is a half skull tutorial for makeup for Halloween. And so I thought today we would be doing a similar approach to this illustration. So hopefully you guys can follow along, and hopefully it turns out alright. You know me, we just go with the flow, and if things don't work out, we adapt. So hopefully you guys enjoy. So let me pause, and I'm going to collect my skin color tones and start preparing, and then we'll get started. So the way I like to start this is by doing the skin first, and then we'll incorporate the skull. But first, in order to do that, I'm going to kind of outline where the skull would sit very lightly, just so I know where to keep my distance and where not to go. So because this already has the lips, I kind of just want to do like a half skull, which is probably this way. And yeah, so I'm going to just do some drips. Just do outlines, if you can follow. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. Hopefully that will focus. Let me zoom in so we can just see the face mainly. There we go. Okay, so just doing the drips. I'm kind of bringing that down a little bit on the chin as well, just because I just want just a bit of like difference and, you know, contrast. I just don't want it to end at the cheek. I think it should also go down as well. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm just going to see if I can focus in. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so I've done the drip lines, and I've done it in a beige rose just because I'm trying to select like a light color, and I know it's not that light, but it's light enough for me to follow. And I wanted to keep the nose quite clean, but what we might do is I might extend it a bit more and just be very light with this, guys. I'm going to just erase this. So, and I always mention my Derwent battery operated eraser. This is amazing. These Derwent products, the sharpeners, the eraser, amazing. It's worth the splurge. So I'm just doing some outlining just so I can have like a guide to where things are. And I am going to do the mouth bit. I'm just going to do some lines. Hopefully you guys can follow. I was talking to someone the other day about colouring, and they were telling me one of their biggest fears or anxieties about colouring is colour choices. And I can really understand that. Colour choice and everything, selecting those colours to use for your colouring is probably one of the most stressful things. And I guess that's why I created tutorials. I started doing tutorials because I realised that some people need a bit of guidance as to what colours to select. And sometimes, like I know with colouring, people do it because they're trying to relax. And I guess removing that aspect of colour or colour selection really makes the relaxation process a lot easier. You want to relax, but you don't want to at the same time be stressing about what colours you need to use, etc. And I even acknowledge that, like with children, I kind of help some kids that I know how to colour and how to do certain art things. I'm not a teacher when it comes to art. This is just something that I've just started doing, and it's not something that I've taught or learned to teach, but this is just my way of doing it. And if you can follow along with my methods, that's amazing, that's great. But yeah, honestly, like with some children as well, it's not with just children, it's with a lot of people. Colour choice is really hard. It's very hard. It's probably one of the hardest things about colouring, I guess, or any form of art. That when you add colour into anything, that's where it gets difficult. But yeah. Alright, so that's my outline. Hopefully you guys can follow a similar approach, but this is how I am doing it today, and hopefully you guys can follow, and I hope you guys enjoy. So I think the best thing for us to do is start off with the skin, and then we'll work into the skull, because that's probably the hardest thing. And if you have been following my tutorials, you already know how we start working with skin. And I will be recording these as I go, and I will be calling out the names as I go, so hopefully that's fine. I am not sick today, so that is great, and you won't be hearing any coughing or anything. My phone is on silent. I will try and not be answering or messaging during these tutorials, and if I do, I will be pausing the video during. So if it becomes disjointed, it is because I'm either picking up a call or a message, but you know, this is life, and that. I gotta do things like that. But hopefully you guys can follow along, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, let's get started. So my skin choices, they change here and there. It's just, I don't always use the same methods. I always just go with how I feel. So today I'm picking up the base color, which is light peach, which is Prismacolor 927, and we're just going to quickly just go over everything. This is a light base color, and when I say base color, I mean like really light, guys. It just helps me, I guess. I like to build as to other coloring tutorials. You'll notice people like build upon shadow, build upon depth. Coloring isn't just one shade and that's it. Well, it can be, but with me and my style, I like to build upon layers. Everything is about layers, and layers just give everything much more dimension, you know. I am sorry that I haven't been doing tutorials lately. I have been really busy with life, and such is life, so sorry about that. But I did want to do this for Halloween, and I hope you guys really enjoy, and I hope you guys enjoy this approach to this tutorial. This is something that I just came up with the other day, and I'm digging it. You know, sometimes, yeah. And you know what it is? It's because I'm at a really happy point in my life, and I feel like when I'm happy, I'm creating the best things. Or not even happy, like I guess when I am feeling different types of emotions, that's when I'm creating the best type of artwork, because emotions really like, I guess, push me, or emotions really drive me in my creative process. You know, when I'm angry, I create very expressive art. When I'm happy, I'm creating good art, and I'm using that energy, I'm using that passion, that feeling in my emotions into my work. And you know, it's why I love being an artist. I love being a designer, because you're taking those emotions of life and putting it into your work. You know, I am a person who has her heart on her sleeve, and generally that means when I'm doing art, you can see the heart in it. I hope you can, but that's what I feel. Alright, so we're doing the first layer very lightly, okay? Okay, the next color we're going to get, remember that was 927, so we're going to put that aside, and I'm going to pick up another color, and that will be beige, which is 997. I generally use Prismacolors in any of Jasmine Beckett's books, generally because I find that each pencil varies between what type of paper you're using, and with this book and its paper stock, Prismacolors are really good. I believe, in my opinion, I think Prismacolors work really well in this book. I have tried Faber-Castell, and they're good as well, but in my preference, I do enjoy Prismacolor. So, what we're going to do is start developing the shading. What I'm going to do is just build in. We're going to build in like that, and yeah. You know, I always like it when you guys comment for requests. Like if you request certain types of artworks from Jasmine Becket-Griffith's book, or Drago, or any of Hannah Carlson books, just tag me in a picture or something on Instagram, or message me or comment below. Okay, so I'm doing something new. I'm creating some shadow here, because I do know there's like an eyelid here, and I kind of want to be able to, I guess, create like a cat wing later on if I wanted to, because I know this is a inspired Desi Perkins book. I mean Desi Perkins artwork, and yeah, like I just want to really reference her work, make it very clear in a way, I'm hoping it'll be clear. I'm hoping that this half skull thing will really reference to her makeup tutorial. Who knows? If it doesn't, that's alright. Okay, just going in with the nose. Putting some shadow around the forehead. I'm just going to fix this because it's bugging me. So normally in my tutorials, I always go darker here, but I feel like because I'm referencing Desi Perkins's makeup tutorial, I kind of want that high nose bridge. So that is why I'm not doing what I normally do. Hopefully it turns out alright. Adding shadow on the side of the face. Remember, we're working in layers. I normally don't have sound running in the background because I think it may be distracting with my voice. So if you guys feel like you want sound or music, hopefully you can just play some music in the background and have my voice on top so that you can follow on with the instructions. I try not to give you guys a silent type of tutorial. I think it's always nice to converse, talk, you know. I guess this is a tutorial, but it's also like a chit chat, you know, how you going, what's up, all that type of stuff. You know, like Jasmine Becket-Griffith's books are probably one of my favourite books when it comes to doing faces. Also Hannah Carlson. But the thing about Hannah Carlson book is that her books, not all of them are her faces, but with Jasmine Becket-Griffith, it's all female faces. And I love that. I love doing faces for some reason. I love doing skin and eyes. I just think it's so powerful when you're colouring those features in illustrations. I think you can create a lot of power in that. And that's why I love Jasmine Becket-Griffith's books. And I've been trying to find another book that's very similar. Not very similar, but like females, like female illustrations, female faces. Things with piercings or things with tattoos or something like that. And I can't find anything. And sometimes I'm like, geez, why don't you just draw an illustration? But then I'm like, you guys might not want to follow along, you know? And I still have been creating personal artworks as well. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. But I notice a lot of you guys don't really watch it because you are more interested for tutorials on my channel. And I guess that's my main selling point here. You guys like tutorials, and that's something I'm happy to keep going along with. And I'll just throw in my personal artwork here and there. I'm going to pick up this, putting aside 997, which is the beige, and picking up beige sienna, which is 1084, and we're going to create some shadow. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to create shadow along the eyelid. shadows along the nose. And then along the jawline. A bit around the eyes as well. And then around the forehead. Going in on the forehead. And then bring this shadow further up on the eyes as well. It's looking good, looking good. Alright, I'm going to put this colour aside. So that was the beige sienna, which is 1080. And I'm picking up clay rose. And clay rose, I guess, is one of my favourite colours when it comes to skin. I always use it for some reason. I'll probably move this down here. I always use it for some reason. I think it's because it has that warm red purple tone, and I like it for shadows. So I'm using this clay rose to, I guess it's a transition colour for this eyeshadow. In eyeshadow terms, we would call this a cut crease, I guess. This is what the eye makeup type is. Yeah. We're going to fill in a little bit here on the eyelid. Just keep it nice and light. Keep it light, not too dark. I'm using this clay rose to transition. A lot of people, when we're doing skin, even a lot of people that I see talk about how they do their skin, they really just reference how they would do their makeup. And, you know, the medium changes and it's a pencil, but yes, that is how we do it. Getting that clay rose and going in and doing some shadow work. And what I am going to do, I'm getting a waterproof pigment marker, and this one is by Unipen, and I am going to do the winged eyeliner. This is just going to help me do the makeup a lot easier. If I can indicate where this liner is, it'll make my life a lot easier. And I will be using a waterproof pigment marker to do the eyelashes later on, once this is done. But by doing this, it's really helped me, I guess, finish this eye makeup, because I need to have this winged eyeliner done first in order to do the darker eyeshadows within the makeup. If I'm going to reference Desi Perkins' work truly, this is the way I think I should be doing it. So look, that's the eyeliner. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use that clay rose and blend in. And the clay rose is like a transition colour. I'm going to go back in with the base sienna, which is 1080. Just blending that clay rose into that lighter colour. Remember to keep the eyelid light as possible, as you can. And what I'm going to do with this mini pen is, see how you have this line here? I'm just going to extend it across a little, just so it matches with the makeup that we're doing. Now, this is the harder part, I guess. Well, not really hard, but you know, it is the more challenging part. I'm getting the black, which is 935, and I'm going to start doing the cut crease. Now, I don't want to make this cut crease too dominant. I just want to make it very light. Make it clear that it is a cut crease, but you know, I don't want to bring it right up to the tail of this winged eyeliner, and I don't want to fill it down right to the lid. So yeah, it looks good. Okay, let me just bring this down a little. Looking good. I'm going to go back in with the two colours we were using before, which is beige sienna, and using that to blend black into the lid. Smooth it out. And then also again with the clay rose as a transition. And then I'm going to but I'm going to blend again with the light peach from that beige sienna colour and bring it down. And then using that above the eyelid and just blending it up. We'll do the eyelashes later, but that's your cut crease for now. I feel like I need to extend this eyeliner. And you know, because Desi Perkins' tutorial, let me show you again, has the black teal hair, we are going to do black teal hair. Hopefully just, you know, really reference that, make it really strong and indicate that's where my inspiration is from. Getting that clay rose again, and that is 1017, and I'm just doing some shadow around the nose area. And then down here, near the jawline, near the cheekbones, I am going to do, I guess, like a contouring that cheekbone in with a clay rose. And because this is a half skull, you really need to make sure you have those cheekbones, or you have that contouring really like clear, because you want to make the face feel a bit thinner than normal. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm really trying to get it there, get it to look like, you know, it is part of the makeup. Going in up here with the clay rose, creating that shadow. I want to bring this shadow down a bit. I don't want to make the forehead too high, so I'm creating some contour up here on the top of the forehead. And because I've done that approach now, I'm going to go back in with the beige sienna, which is 1080, adding that colour in, bringing it further down. I'm going to go in with this light peach. Just try and blending that forehead out a little and bringing it down. The light peach is 927, by the way. A lot of you guys have been asking me to display the code of the pencil colouring on the screen, but guys, it's just too hard. It's too hard to go through the film of 4 or 5 hours and put in those numbers, you know. Because I generally I record, I read my codes out while I'm doing it, and hopefully you guys follow along. It's just too much effort with editing, and the editing already takes enough time as it is. So I hope you guys understand, and I hope you guys can just listen and follow along. Going back in with that clay rose and adding more at the forehead here. It's just because I just feel like the shadow is lacking. Remember, we're just building the layers. We haven't started filling in, so we're not there yet. I'm going to go using that same color of clay rose and trying to build that shadow here, which is along the eyebrow, the brow bone area. bring that clay rose again, just on that forehead, just making those shadows very clear. I might extend that just a little. Getting that beige colour, which is 997, I'm just gonna use it to blend. Skin's looking good. Oh, this stuff makes me so happy when I see things turning out well. Okay, I'm picking up rosy beige, and I'm just going to add this to around the cheekbone area. Guess we just want to do a bit of that blush. But you won't really see it so much with this piece because it is a half skull, and yeah. I'm using this colour as well, which is 1019. I'm just going to blend out that clay rose. Because they're very similar colours, they really they blend well together. Oh, this is so beautiful. Picking up lavender, which is 934. I'm just going around the eyes. Just using that to blend. And then blend it down into the lighter colours here. I like using lavender and those red type of colours because I feel like it's a bit different. It gives things a bit of contrast. We're not trying to follow skin exactly, and you always know that I always mention there are different pigments in the skin, so blue tones, red tones in your skin, and I guess this is what I'm doing today. Don't ask me why I put colours where I put them. It's just what I feel is best at the time. I feel like this is one of the best colours to blend with. And yeah, we're creating a piece of work, so when there's no need to be perfect. Just going with the motions, and that's what I normally do. And that's what I'm feeling. So that was 934, and that was lavender. I was using around the forehead, around the nose, and the shadow areas, basically. I'm using Lilac, which is 953, and then I'm adding that to the same areas. The lavender colour had a bit of a pink tone, and this lilac colour has more, I guess, of a blue tone, a bit more of a purple to it. And basically I'm just trying to bring that colour down and make it less pink or less, you know. Going in with Crimson Lake. I use Crimson Lake a lot in my skin tone, which is 925. Again, you know, putting a bit of it in the shadow areas, just to give it that pop. You probably don't think it's the right colour for it, but I just think like, it just gives it a bit of oomph, you know. Bring that again underneath the eyes. And then the shadow points. We're going to go in with a darker colour, and that darker colour will be chocolate very soon. Just blending that down here because I feel like it's a bit too strong. And then using that Crimson Lake, trying to emphasize that cheekbone that we did before, where we did the hollows of the cheek. Remember, this is a Halloween tutorial, and I'm trying to do like Halloween makeup, so we're not using realistic colours. Going back in with the Clay Rose, I'm going to blend out that crimson red, just knock it back with that colour. It's a bit too pinky. And that's why I always say, like, you know, don't press too hard, build upon layers, because if we go too hard, we won't be able to, you know, build layer upon layer. Alright. I'm actually going to get that Crimson Lake and put a little bit here on the forehead. And then blending that down. Alright, picking up chocolate. And I'm going to go in and do those shadows. And really the chocolate colour is going to knock down that Crimson Lake. It's going to sort of neutralise that a bit, give it a bit of a warm, not so much red, but it kind of knocks the colour down a little and neutralises it. I could use like a blue or a purple just to knock down that red, but I don't want to completely neutralise it. I still want that red to show through. If anything, this chocolate is blending that crimson red. Oh, it's looking good. Alright. We're going to work with two of these colours now, and that is peach, light peach, and beige. Light peach is 927 and beige is 997. So these are the colours that we're going to use to blend and fill. So circular motions, blending those colours there. And I'm going in with that beige colour because it isn't the lightest colour. And then our light peach will be the feeler colour. And if you watch my other videos, when I reference feeler colour, it's like the colour I use to blend colours together. So it's like my blender pencil. And I do have blender pencils, but I feel like it's always nicer and more vibrant when you blend colours together with a colour. When you blend with a colour, rather than using a blender pencil. But for me, I feel like I've only done this method with the Prismacolors. I haven't really tried it with Faber-Castell colours. This is looking really amazing, and I'm really happy how it's turning out so far, guys. I love stepping out the box. It's just makes things more exciting. Bringing this beige colour, I'm going to try and blend out the colours along the eyelids. And I like to keep the colour really light up below the eyebrow just to create contrast. And then I'm going to fill with this light peach. And I think it is the right colour. Yes, it is. It is the colour that I want. I'm just going to go over quickly. We're not going to fill so much. I might realise I do need a blender pencil, who knows. I always feel how I go. Let's see if I can zoom in so you can see my... There we go. Okay, sorry, it took a while to get in focus. I hope this is close enough for you guys. A lot of you guys wanted to see how I apply the pencil. If I should go closer, tell me. I don't really know. I don't know how close you want me to go. My method really varies. I know a lot of artists use like circular motions and stuff, but yeah, I don't really know what my method is. This is just the way I work. But yeah, I'm actually not going to go really hard here. I feel like I don't need to. I don't know why, I just feel like I don't need to for some reason. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, I like that contrast, I like that highlight of the forehead. So we might just leave it like that. Going in with a beige sienna, which is 1080. I'm just going to create some shadow along the drips. Now I don't know if I should release this on Halloween or before. I guess it's not a makeup tutorial, but I will release it around that time. And if you have any feedback, comment below, as I always say. If you have any requests, tell me as well, because I really listen when you guys request things. I always put on my to-do list. It motivates me. That red was a bit too much, so I'm trying to knock it back a little. What I'm doing is I'm getting this rosy beige and I'm going to just work on this eye. And then I'm going to get this beige sienna, which is 1018, going over that. Going lighter. Then I'm going to fill, well, I'm not going to fill, I'm going to go in and blend with the light peach, which is 927. Right. And then I'm going to get that crimson red, and I'm going to touch up around the tear ducts. Not too much. Don't go too heavy because I want to blend it out with this like this peachy colour. I'm just going to fill in and blend it up so the colour's not that strong. And then I'm going to get that chocolate colour, which is 1082, and I'm going to blend. So what we might do as well is getting a black, which is 935, and blend that down. And I want to get like purple, which is lilac, which is 956. I'm blending that black and that chocolate across to the clay rose and the light peach. There we go. Zoom out. That's the face so far. I am digging this. I'm really loving it. Okay, what we're going to do next is, I want to do the eyes, but I'm going to do the eyes last, but we're going to do something else. And I'm going to get this Crimson Lake colour, and I'm going to lightly fill in the circle. Filling in. Just lightly. And then, because it's the skull, I'm going to get this black and blending it down to that red. Because I don't like it when you do skull makeup and it's completely red. I feel like it really hides like the eyelid and everything. So every time, like if you've watched makeup tutorials, some people don't feel it all black, and I don't like to feel it all black either. I like to fade it down to another colour to give it some dimension, you know, like I just don't want like a complete black eye. So that was a black, and now I'm going with chocolate, which is 1082, blending that black, and then blending that chocolate colour from the black to the red, but lightly. Don't go too hard yet. Oh, I'm so in love with this, guys. This stuff excites me so much. Picking up that Crimson Red again, Crimson Lake, which is 925, and I'm going to blend. I'm going to blend it down. Don't worry, I know like we're losing the eyelashes, but we'll go in again with a waterproof pigment marker and just make that prominent again later on down the track. So what I'm going to do is like blend that red down from the eye on the tear duct area, right? And then I'm going to get that lavender colour and I'm going to fill and blend. Here as well. Going in with that black again, I'm just going to make things a bit darker where I feel like it should. Using that Crimson Lake again to blend that black we just put in. Yeah, looks good. Alright, I feel like it's a bit too bright around here, so I'm going to go in with that Crimson Lake, bringing that across and knocking it back a little. And then getting that black and blending it. Just knocking it back. I think it's a bit too dominant. I don't want it really to compete that much. Okay. Now I'm going to get because it's a skull, we are going to be working with a lot of greys now. But let's just do the black areas first. So, I'm going to create some shadow. Just going in and doing the teeth. I think teeth are one of the hardest things to do when it comes to doing skull makeup. Just doing some holes in the face. Like, of course, there won't be just clean drips, you know. Oh, this is so good. Oh, I surprise myself sometimes. You guys do this? Please tag me on Instagram. My Instagram is Shine Bright Design. I love seeing it when you guys do your own attempts. It's just so amazing. Oh my god, I'm loving this. Love it so much. That was just the black, and I'm going in with the chocolate to blend it. getting this grey, which is 1059, just blending that black down. It is a white skull, so because it is white paper, I'm not really going to, you know, put white pencil on this. I'm just going to use this grey to blend it out, and it is a very fairly light grey. Going back in with that black, which is 935, and blending that down into the grey. Oh, so good, so good. Just so you guys know, what I'm doing here is I knocked it back a little with my eraser, and I filled it in with this grey, just because I want I want to highlight. I want to create like a sort of, see how it looks? It highlights. And I think it looks really amazing like that. Just doing that depth there. So that's my skull, and then we're going to throw in some eyes, and we'll probably do the eyelashes, and yeah. What I might do is I'm going to add some of this beige sienna, which is 1080. I'm going to blend it down a little from the black, just so it's not just completely like black and white. Yeah, I just feel like there needs to be some type of warmth, just so it contrasts and really works well with the skin tone that's next to it. And what I'm going to do now with this Posca pen, I'm going to do some triangle lips, teeth. Yes, I think it looks really a lot better than having those lips there. Yeah, so I've used it as a base, but I am going to go over with these Posca pen and fill in that teeth. And I'm using this Posca pen just to do some highlights. So, coming back to this, I'm going to add a bit of this rosy beige, which is 1019. Let me put my mic back on. Okay, so 1019. I'm going to blend it. And we're just going to do circular motions because I just don't want it to be streaky. So now we're going to colour in the eyes, and what I'm going to do is, sorry, just let me sharpen these pencils because it's just a lot easier to do it now. Okay, we're going to start with the lightest colour, and what I'm doing is, just let me show you while I'm sharpening. So that's the image that I'm referencing, and so what I'm choosing is, I'm choosing colours that really reference back to that hair colour, the teal and the black. So the eyes would be a blue, and it will have like a green-blue tinge to it. So the colours that we're using, the base colour that I'm using is light green, which is 920 in the Prismacolor. I only use Prismacolors, guys, so that's what you can assume. So I'm doing a base colour in that. And because these eyes are just so big compared to other illustrations in this book, it gives a lot of room to play with, which I love. I think it's really exciting for us. And yeah, let's see. So, base colour. And then going in with this light aqua. We're basically just going to gradiate it from the inside. And I kind of want these strokes to be pretty obvious, not really smooth at all. See how I'm doing these lines? I want these lines to be visible. Because if you actually look at an eye, there's a lot of texture going on in it. It's not the smoothest thing. So I do want these type of strokes to be present and visible. And I do want that light base colour to come through as well. going in with a darker colour. Sorry, let me just repeat that colour for you. I don't think I mentioned it. So it's Light Aqua by Prismacolor, and it's 992. And then we're going in with Aquamarine, which is 905. And same thing, just bring strokes. I don't want strokes starting from the center. I just want them to come in from the outside. And then the other eye, same concept, just bring the strokes in. I'm just going to fix this up. Going in with the dark colour, which is Cobalt Turquoise, which is 105. And again, doing the same thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and incorporate like a brown. Just don't know how, but I want to somehow put some brown in this eye because I don't want it to be too strong. I want it to look somewhat natural, you know. But maybe we can just do some brown in the center. Just lightly. Yeah, it looks quite natural-ish. Going to bring some type of gold colour. That brown was 943, and I'm going to try and bring in like a gold colour. This may be the colour I want. This is bronze, and that is 1028. And what I'm doing is I'm blending it through the aqua. Alright, and now I'm going to get the black Prismacolor pencil, which is 935, and I'm just going to colour the pupil. just like that. Okay, so the pupil's coloured in. Now with the Posca pen, what I want to do is do some white highlights here. Let's zoom out and see how that looks. It's very cool. I'm going to get a darker colour, and that's going to be this cool grey. And that cool grey is 1067. And I'm just going to create some shadow here above the eye. I'm going to do it here as well, around the eye as well, just create that depth. Then I'm going to get in another colour, and that would be a warm grey, which is 1052. And what I'm going to do is just create shadow for the background. Now I'm going to go in with a pinky colour, which is 1018, and I'm just going to do the internal tear ducts a little, and then I'm going to go in with a dark colour, which will be processed red, which is 994. There we go. That is our face. It's so amazing. I'm really happy with this, and it's coming along really well. So I'm going to record these colours, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so let's move on to the hair. What I'm going to do is, all this jewel stuff we'll actually do in a gold marker, but we'll do that later on. For now, we'll just work on the hair. And if you've seen all my other hair stuff, we're just going to do hair strokes. And that's how I normally do it.
So I am drawing over these beads, and that's fine because I am going to go over in a marker. Going in with a cobalt turquoise, which is 105, we're going to add that into the hair. Same as what we did with the black, just blending those strokes through. Going in with another colour, and that is aquamarine, which is 905. Going in with another colour, which is the light aqua, which is 992. Going back in with this black. Going in with the aquamarine, which is 905 again, bringing it up. Going in with the middle colour, which is Aquamarine 905, and bring those down, the strokes down.
There we go, that's one side of the hair. What I want to do is I want to put the gold in now and just show you guys how it looks. Also because I want to see for myself as well.
So I'm going in with this gold now. And you can faintly see it through the illustration.
I just put a piece of paper behind.
I'm going to put this piece of paper behind because I'm scared that it's going to bleed through. So, just colouring in the skulls.
There we go. That is Jules. And what I'm going to do now is going to go in with this Posca pen.
that cool? It's so cool. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting this water and fade proof pigment marker from Unipen, and this is a size 0.1. And basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to go over those eyelashes in the pigment marker, because I have noticed that it is not as dominant anymore, and I want it to be dominant. So we're going to go in again with this marker. Alright, I changed sizes, and this is a medium Staedtler permanent black marker. And the reason I did it was because I need a thicker tip. So this isn't my dominant one. This is just one that I use to fill the bigger areas. Then I'm going to go back in with this 0.1 and do the tips. Actually, I might change sizes and get a 0.5. Let's see if I can find another one. So this one is a small in the Staedtler permanent marker, and yeah, this one's perfect. Going on the other eye. Okay, we're going to do the other side of the hair. Getting your cobalt turquoise, which is 105. Stroking it down. Picking up the medium colour, which is aquamarine, which is 905. Bring that up. that medium colour, which is Aquamarine 905. I am blending it through the black and the darker cobalt turquoise, and I'm bringing it down. And then what I'm going to do is, with Aquamarine, I'm going to fill in these tips. And what I'm trying to do is leave like a white highlight here. Why? I don't know. It's just my style. You'll see if you've seen my Dragoma Hannah Carlson coloring. You'll see I do a similar style with hair. And you would have seen me do similar technique with my other coloring as well. Going in with this light aqua, bring it up. Going to get the black and deepen it at the root and blend it down. I'm going to go in with the clay rose. I'm just going to do the roots here. There we go. Zoom out. Looking good. I'm really excited. Alright, I'm going to pause for now and we'll start again soon. Okay, so we're going to just finish off here, just filling this area with the teal, but not the teal, the light aqua, which is 992, just filling that in. Okay. Now, we're going to do the skin on the shoulders, and we're going to start off with the light peach and the beige. So the light peach is 927, and we're just going to do that light layer that we did before. Let me just see if I can zoom in. There we go. I realise I have some pigment here. that blue out.
There we go.
Going in with that beige, which is 997. And then down here too. Back in with the light peach. And then we're going to go in with the beige sienna and the clay rose. So we'll start with the beige sienna, which is 1080. Just putting the shadow here. The shadow goes here because the strap. And I'm just doing circular motions. And then bring that shadow under the hair. Under the skull. And then again under the sleeves. Oh, is this a bone? This is a bone. Under the bone. And then I'm going to go in with the clay rose. I'm not going to go too dark, just lightly. I'm just trying to match the skin. Just create that that similarity. And then I'm going to fill in with that light peach and use that colour to blend. So remember to do circular motions because that makes the blending process less streaky.
Right, there's the shoulder. Let me zoom out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of black here just to blend it. I just want to kind of blend the two skull look and the skin look together. I'm also going to put this black in the background as well. And I'm doing it because I feel like by doing this, I'm making the figure pop out a bit more. And I also want the skulls to also pop a little as well. And by that, that's why we're doing a dark background. I really need to get another black Prismacolor. Alright, so since I'm here, and I got a black in my hand, I'm going to start doing the contrast for the shadows for the skull since I'm here. Let's zoom in. So with a black pencil, which is 935, we're just going to shade. I'm making it lighter. And same here. Looking cool. Looking very cool. Don't know if I want just black and white skulls or if I want to put a bit of, I guess, yellow tone in it. I'm not quite sure yet. I'll decide soon enough. But I'm going to put the shadows down first and see how we go there.